Hi,
Hi,
this is Steven the Medium, and
Coach Elex.
we're here.
We're back.
We're back. We missed last week, but we're here now, and we're just waiting for the start of Through the Static so that we can get going with that. But we're really excited to be back on here and getting to see everybody and to talk to everybody and
Tell everyone about New York.
Exactly,
It was an amazing weekend.
Yeah,
had the best time.
We did. And I hope you guys got to see the Croaksies. I hope you got to see, hi April, the David.
Did you not learn anything about what you read?
Hey Roselle.
About Facebook Live?
No, at the beginning you're supposed to say hi to everybody.
No.
Hi Kelly. Yeah,
Oh, God.
yeah. Hi Holly. Yes, at the beginning you're supposed to say hi to everybody. You want to make sure that everyone feels welcome. They feel warm, right? Right, David?
How come I don't feel welcome or warm?
Well, that's not my problem though, because I give a lot of love. So
You do?
Yeah, exactly. April, we're doing very well. So me too. Hey, Carolyn. So we had the best time in New York.
We
Hey,
had
Paula.
an amazing time.
Did you? Hey, Kathy. Did you guys see the Facebook Live we did on the
Top
vessel?
of the vessel. My knees were shaking. I could barely hold on to my cell phone. I
No,
was so
seriously,
scared.
if you guys haven't looked at it on my Mediumship page, go see it because it was wild. Linda, how are you? It was wild. It's right across, or it's part of, I guess, the opening of Hudson Yards Mall, which is really beautiful. But that I don't even, like, what is that called? Like that, like the vessel, that structure was
It's
just
a structure of stairs that, are like chained with one another, and it's a very high structure. And
I know.
When you're at the top of it, you feel like you're gonna fall. It's not good.
No.
If you're afraid of heights, like I am, I could barely crawl up.
And every hey Jessica, me too. I can't even tell you how much Jessica was one of the people in my class that we finished. And
But you
me
have
too.
another class coming up.
Yeah, but I missed Monday night. I missed with you guys because it was such a great group. It really was. So, what is that? What's her name? Kavita. What a pretty name.
Awesome. How are you?
Kavita, where are you from? That's such a interesting name.
Kathy, yes, it was very
Elaine.
scary, but I held on like my life depended on it, and somehow we managed. But I couldn't look down, and it was really scary doing the Facebook Live and like looking at the height and focusing, and then Steven,
Hey, Janice.
He just, once his mouth goes.
What does that mean?
Well, once your mouth goes, I can control.
Well,
what
that's
the hell
what your mouth
happens.
is supposed to do, right? It's supposed to go, right? You're supposed to talk and whatever else you do with your mouth. What is your mouth's not supposed to be like stagnant. That's not what your mouth's there for.
Your mouth is
Right?
never stagnant.
Well, but it's not supposed to be, right?
Ever.
Right, people? Your mouth's not supposed to be stagnant.
I'm telling you,
hey,
people,
Susie.
he wakes up with a smile and talking. Like it's the only
Okay, so
break
I
get.
don't understand. Is this just like pick on Steven?
No, it's
we haven't been here in 2 weeks, and it's pick on Steven.
I know, but we love you. And we were
again,
talking about the
Shauna,
wonderful weekend. Hi.
Jojo.
Hi, Jojo.
I'm telling you, I say this every week. I'm looking for a new co-host because this one's got to go.
He wouldn't know what to do without me.
He's got to go.
By the way, so tell them about the restaurant that we went to. We went to Delmonico's to celebrate our 26th anniversary.
Yes.
So send us some hearts to just let us know that you're happy for us.
Share this too with your friends so everybody can see this. But we were looking, Heidi, where have you been? Heidi's usually like number one or number two. Where have you been? This is happy hour, Heidi, right? So, and Jane, where's Jane? But in any case, we went to, in New York for our anniversary, we went to Delmonico's, which is the second oldest restaurant in the city, in New York City.
And yes, that's where the Delmonico steak was created.
Yes. But more important than that was that Barbra Streisand had a scene in Funny Girl in that restaurant. So That's way more important,
as
right?
soon as the concierge
Hey, Kathy.
mentioned Barbara Streisand, Babs, I'm like, oh yeah, well, of course. It doesn't matter what else she says. That's where we're going.
So, because she gave us like, I don't know, 6 restaurants, but the first one or the second one, as soon as she said that Jane, you're late. What happened?
Thank you.
You, as soon as she said Babs, Barbara Streisand was there, I'm like, we got to go there. So, and you know, talk about signs that I think I mentioned on Facebook Live when we did the vessel. Signs were out of control in New York, and it was because, you know, when
For both of us.
yeah, when you're sad or when you're in a good place, you get signs all the time, right, from our loved ones. But if you're not in a good place, Spirit wants to really do more things and give you more signs to get you upbeat and to let you know it's going to be okay. I'm here with you. That's how it works. It also kind of works when you're having a really good time, because they want to celebrate with you and they want you to know they're celebrating with you. And in between, you get signs all the time anyway. But when I picked that restaurant, I had told Elix about an hour ago that the hour prior that my father was all of. This is still on, right?
Yeah.
That my father was coordinating our anniversary, and don't you know, when we finally fix or pick Delmonico's, she gives us the address. What's the address? William Street. That's my dad, William. Swear to God, we get back to the hotel, and Elix says, just make sure you check the menu to make sure there's something, because I don't eat red meat.
By the way, he heard
picky.
Babs, and he's like, oh, we're going there. I'm like,
And I eat
Steven,
fish or
it's
something,
a
right?
steakhouse, and he doesn't eat any steak. So I'm like, can you please make sure that there's something you're going to like there?
And what's the special on the menu? Billy's something. So I got William
like
Street.
Billy.
I have Billy's something, which is my dad. And I am not kidding you. I'm going to post this on Facebook on my mediumship page, but I wanted to let you guys see it first or hear it first. So we get all these signs, right? On the drive down, I take a picture of a truck that says Alexander on it. So, and I'm telling Elix, you know, at some point that my dad's concocting this whole anniversary. We get to the restaurant. Elix says to the waiter, what is your name? And he says, Alexander. So it was just one validation after the next. And the best one, not that my father was not the best one, but we're sitting at the restaurant and I said to Elix, his mom, my grandma Rose, who's with me all the time, I'm like, she must be taking a rest or a nap, because where is she? I say that about 2 minutes later, a table sits directly in front of me.
You, yeah.
And the guy takes his coat off, and on the back of the coat is a big rose. I'm like, oh my God. It was, hey Shauna, it was so amazing.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
the signs just went on and on and on, but New York was beautiful, the weather was beautiful, and we had such a great time.
And we
Book
went
of
to
Mormon?
see Book of Mormons. If you
Was.
haven't seen the Book of Mormons, my
gotta
God,
see it.
it's the funniest satire about the Mormon religion. It was so very funny. It was ridiculous.
It was hilarious too. It definitely blew our expectations, right?
Totally.
The theater was really small, but other than that, I mean, it was a great show.
And we had great seats. We were like
did.
literally almost on stage.
Yeah, we were like third
with them.
row.
Yeah.
But
the theater was so small that third row felt like being almost on stage.
yeah, exactly. A couple of times it felt like the guys were in my lap, but other than that, that was
No,
good.
that was me. Just
Or the
saying.
guy next to me.
Yeah, just saying.
Didn't you miss this?
And then we did the High Line, which was an amazing experience.
Yes.
Walking the city
Yeah, the
through
High Line-
the
the High-
old train track.
Yeah, the High Line was. I didn't even know about the High Line until Elix mentioned it, and hey Gene, and it was where an old train used to be, but it was like the train was elevated, it was above ground, and the tracks are still there, which is so cool, but they made a walkway with green, it's like all this kind of greenery everywhere and flowers, and you know, because it's spring, everything's starting to bloom, so it was pretty amazing. It was pretty cool. So we had a really great time, and we always stay at the same hotel in Battery
Yeah,
Park.
shout out to all our friends. It used to be the Ritz Carlton, but it got taken over by the Wagner
Hotel.
Hotel.
Yeah.
And these are people we've been seeing for like 15 years at least.
I think it's been more than
or
15
over
years.
15 years. They're like family
All
friends
the
to
staff.
us.
when it was the previous hotel stayed. So everybody, I'm telling you, when we pull up and get out of our car, from there until
family.
into the lobby, I think we hug like 6 people. That's
Yeah.
just from the right from
Everyone.
the street to the front desk, and then everybody else that's in the hotel. It's pretty amazing. These people are the greatest
So
people.
shout out to all of them. They took
Yes.
incredible care of
And a
us.
huge shout out to these 2 amazing people. Amazing,
That's
amazing.
right.
It's
They
Jane
better
and
be
Rick.
watching. I'm gonna hold you to account.
And Rick.
And Rick.
We had
Both of
dinner
you.
with them before the show of Book of Mormons, and it was the best dinner. And they came in to meet us in the city so that we could have dinner, and we went to Carmine's, and the food was outrageous. Is my show starting without me? Like, is it silence?
It's 5:01,
It's 5:01.
so we're
we
gonna
gotta-
get going. No, it's still on commercial, so we have time. 508-222-1320. Get calling right away if you want to come through. You want a reading today, so
No, we didn't. We didn't go to Cake Boss. I don't think
Carlos
I've ever been
Bakery,
there.
the Cake Boss.
Hey, John. Or Jen. Sorry. And Carol, hi. No, we didn't. Right?
No, we didn't.
No. You know what I was really upset about? I don't know if I mentioned this, that a year ago or 2 years ago, they opened the Rue McCallahan Cafe, which was Blanche from Golden Girls. And due to poor management, I may have mentioned this, they closed. So by the time we got there in December, it was already closed. It had closed like in the late summer. So that was kind
But
of
we were so,
disappointing.
time flew by. I mean, we were like nonstop and we did so much walking.
Yeah.
So, but
Well,
we
listen,
gotta go.
if I don't get next door, seriously, there's going to be dead air on
Hi,
WARA.
honey,
So.
Marty, we
Marty.
love you too. Okay, so let's go. We're gonna go to the next room, so bear with me as we walk over so we can start the show. We're gonna keep the Facebook Live open. So as always, you guys can stay with us. And hold on one second. Again, 508, do we have calls? Okay, so 508-222-1320 is the number to call.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah,
They look
they're-
puffy.
They're very puffy. Ooh, they are very puffy. So,
I'm like, are they expecting like an 80-mile-an-hour wind to
You never know, Mark.
we're setting up, guys. That's why we're kind of
Look like you
not
had
paying
a time
attention,
on the app.
but bear with us.
Oh my
Let's see
God,
who-
Mark, it was the best.
Was it?
What, 508, Dina?
Was it Book of Mormon?
Yes.
222-1320. That's the
heard
number.
It's pretty.
It was so funny. It was hilarious. It was
Hi,
it was like
Roselle.
2.5 hours, and it flew by, Mark.
It's gonna be here at P-PAC very shortly.
Let's see. I'm
You
looking
can, you
through
should go.
comments.
You definitely should go
My
because
mom's friend has season ticket, but she
Hi,
may
Jojo.
skip it because she's very
Marty, we love you
religious. I
too.
heard it
Hello, Jane.
a little bit
Yeah.
raunchy and spots.
Okay, guys. So if there's any questions
Well, I mean, there is
that you
there
guys
is
put on the
profanity.
chat
There
and
is.
we missed them,
Yeah, I mean, I guess
just
yeah, it
type
is
them
kinda-
again because I'm trying to go
But it's good.
Yeah.
through
Oh,
the
it's really,
chat
really
just
good.
to make sure we didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
But
And
we're
Mark,
about
no
getting
question
ready
you would
to
love
start
it.
the show.
You know, you would
If you
definitely
want to
love it.
listen
It's-
to the
it's,
callers, you gotta really tune in.
It blew my expectations away.
Because the Facebook
We got
Live doesn't really
30
give you
seconds.
access to us.
I didn't realize I was gonna
We have
like it as
30
much as
seconds,
I
so just bear with
did.
us. Okay, so talk to.
Hello. I'm just chatting with Mark, the producer. We haven't seen him in a couple of weeks, so it is the best that he's back and he's here and producing the show. So, Oasis at Plainville.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. I guess I gotta put headphones on.
At 508-222-0118. You can also visit.
To hear the calls, you have to go to WARA or my website, Stephen the Medium, and you can see the link to get here. And you can listen because it's streaming live. When you listen Facebook Live, you can't, I don't think, can hear the phone calls. You can hear me clearly, but you can't hear the calls. So,
We ready, kiddies?
ready.
It's gonna take a lot. Oh, we know. I forgot we could do.
Good afternoon and welcome to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium, and I am here with
Coach Elix.
Coach Elix is in the house. And the best part is we have Mark back, who's producing the show. Go Mark! He's been out for a couple of weeks, so I can't even tell you how excited it was, or walking into the studio and seeing number 7 here. That's his jersey that he's wearing. So it was just so exciting that he was going to be here. And I didn't know that if Mark wasn't able to be here, this would have been an encore presentation again, because there's nobody. I guess the boss and the other guys are completely tied up, and there would have been no one to produce the show. And so thankfully Mark's here and we're back live, and I missed it. I missed last week. And the reason I wasn't here last week is I had a dental appointment, and a huge shout out to Pam, and who cleans my teeth.
Pam and Bill.
And Bill, of course, and in the dentist office. But
Dr. Grover and the staff, if they're listening.
Dr. Grover is
Kudos.
amazing. But I needed to get my whole side of my mouth numb, and it was just too close to coming into the station. And thank God I didn't, because even at 5 o'clock, the side of my mouth was so numb, I would have sounded like Cindy Brady the whole show, and that wouldn't have been good. Or maybe Cindy Brady would have been too good. I don't know what I would have sounded like, but everything worked out, and I'm just so excited to be back. Facebook Live's on, and we're back. We're back where we belong on Wednesdays at 5. And one of the things I saw, my good friend Heidi said, 5 o'clock Wednesdays is happy hour. So happy hour, including through the static. So I love that Heidi said that.
We're kind of
Jane,
missing something important, though. If we're going to have a happy hour, we better bring the booze. I need a drink.
First, I mean, I don't know.
Happy hour.
First of all, that word booze is from 1965. Where did you get booze from?
I don't know.
Booze.
Maybe spirit.
I don't know what it is, but booze.
A cocktail.
Who says booze anymore?
I just did.
All right, I guess so. But it is what it is with this Puerto Rican. You never know what you're going to get with Elix, right?
You get what you get, baby.
And of course, the biggie was that we were in New York for our 26th anniversary. I heard Mark do a shout out that anyone that was that may be on Facebook Live or get to talk to me to say happy anniversary. So thank you, Mark. 26 years, and seriously, how he's put up with me, I really don't know. Thanks, Mark.
That is right.
I honestly don't know, but
I don't either.
26 years.
I'm going to heaven.
Yeah, well,
there's a special place in heaven for me. Those of you who know Steven, well, you know I'm speaking the truth. But I love you.
That I'm a darling? Is that what you mean?
You are, darling, and somehow I've managed 26 years. And we had a great time in New York.
We went to see Book of Mormon, and which was incredible. We had dinner with 2 amazing friends,
Jane and Rick.
Yes.
They better be listening.
They better be.
And if they're not,
we're going to test them.
Jane.
Yeah. Well, I'll test them to see whose name I said first. How's that?
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll know if they're listening or not. So.
And we went to Delmonico's, the second oldest restaurant in the country.
Yeah. It was amazing. The venue, the architect inside was incredible. And we were telling Facebook friends that were listening that we went to the concierge to find out where we could have dinner Saturday night for our anniversary. So she gave us about 5 selections in New York, like really nice restaurants. But the first one she brought up was Delmonico's, and all she needed to say was that in Funny Girl, she said to me, "And Elix, do you know the movie Funny Girl?" I'm like, "What? Of course I know. How did you not know Funny Girl?" And Barbra Streisand went into the restaurant with, I don't know if it was Omar Sharif. I don't remember who it was. But in any case, once I heard that, I needed to go to Delmonico's.
Of course. And by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, Steven is not a red meat eater. Delmonico's is a steakhouse. So I'm thinking, okay, so he's definitely, that's where we're going. I wonder if there's going to be anything that he can eat there. So I
would have just had salad just to know I'm in the restaurant where Barbra Streisand was. That's all that that's all that mattered. But I had oysters. I had
you had
Dover
sole, which was incredible,
which was huge and amazing. Delmonico's definitely blew our expectations away. It was amazing. The food was amazing. The service was amazing. So
we walked the skyline in New York. For those of you
High Line.
the High Line. Excuse me. if you haven't walked it, that's really an awesome thing to do. And then
Yes.
we went to the Hudson, what is it called?
Yards.
The yards, and we went through the vessel. We posted a Facebook Live.
Did you see that, Mark?
At the vessel.
The vessel, which we knew nothing
Incredible.
about, where we, like, if you walk from the beginning of the High Line to the end, you will end up right at the Hudson Yards new mall. And we were looking, like, what is the structure next to the mall? And it was the vessel. So we were able to get tickets and went up, and it was really high. It was so high. But when you're walking, it doesn't feel like you're getting that high because it's platforms after platforms, right? And there's
Yeah.
just these staircases, so you just don't know.
But he's really high. You're not afraid of heights.
No.
I am.
No.
My knees were literally shaking, and then we're doing a Facebook Live at the top of the vessel. I could barely hold on to myself.
Yeah, but the cool thing is people are walking by and they're hearing us on Facebook Live and saying happy anniversary. It was really an amazing weekend. The weather could not have been any better. The weather was like in the 60s, sunny to walk around, and that's what we do in New York, right? It's
Yeah.
just walk around.
By the way, can we make sure we give a shout out to Manny, Nino, and all the wonderful people at the Wagner Hotel in New York City,
They are
Battery Park.
the best people. If you're looking for a hotel in Battery Park, the Wagner is the place to go. You don't get any better staff than those guys, and they're incredible, and they're so caring, and they took care of us. And we had a room, and one of the staff upgraded us to a suite. So the suite was so big that one night, I'm a huge coffee person, right? So every night I have coffee, and we ordered it, and
Coffee.
All right, on Facebook Live, I said I'm getting a new co-host, and next week there's going to be someone new here. So,
You
all right,
wouldn't
Mark's
know.
gonna.
You
We need
wouldn't
someone
know
to produce
what
it then.
do. Yeah, right.
But you do both though, right? Yeah. So Mark's all set. But the room was so big that I got a phone call in the room saying the guy's been at the door for I don't know how long. You couldn't hear the knocking, but the guy said that happens all the time. So, and the coffee was really good.
Everything.
Just on a side
amazing.
note, right?
We had an amazing time.
We did.
New York
The
City
dinner
was
at Carmine's
really
with
awesome.
with Jane and Rick was incredible. And from there to go to the Book of Mormon. And again, Mark mentioned that it's going to be at PPAC here in Rhode Island. And if you have a chance to go, you have to go. It is hilarious.
You will laugh
Yeah.
a lot.
We laughed hysterically. It was amazing. It was really, really good. From the second it starts right to the end, right?
Yeah, all the way.
Right,
And it was
so-
2.5 hours too, so it's a pretty
It but it went by so fast, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, which is really terrific. So,
I have another shout out. My friend Lois Wagner she's actually she was in the Middle East, but she's now traveling the world.
and her name is
Lois.
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 Oh, Lois.
Lois.
Lois. Hi, Lois.
So shout out to you wherever you are. Best of luck. Sending you lots of positive healing light.
That's a wonderful thing. So we had a great weekend, but I am ready to start calls. So I'm going to take a break. So 508-222-1320. And when I come back, I am going to take phone calls. Bye.
Okie dokie. Okay, let's see. So we have Joyce Stephen from South Philly.
I don't know if
She's
you
watching
heard.
for the first
I
time.
did a shout out for your friend that's going to run the marathon Monday.
Oh,
Oh, Christine,
I
that's
didn't.
awesome.
Yeah, Christine. I couldn't think
Yeah,
of her
Christine.
name.
Oh, Mark, I'm going to tell her. She's going to love it.
I couldn't think of her name, but I mentioned, I said, Stephen has a friend that he raised money for that's running
The
a
fundraiser, right,
marathon
right.
Monday.
And she called in.
I wished her luck.
Oh, Mark, thank you. That's really nice.
We have somebody,
Invited to learn
With the sun, I can't see.
Joyce,
Hi, Joyce.
listening for the first time or watching
Hey,
for the
Joyce, the first time.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening, Joyce. And for you and anybody else on Facebook Live, when I start taking calls, if you want to hear the calls, you have to go to WARA Radio because it's streamed live. That's where you hear it. Or go to my website, Stephen the Medium, and there's a link that actually takes you right in so you can hear the calls. I mean, I love that Facebook Live
You know what's funny? I listened to you when I was rehabbing a couple of weeks, the one that
Right.
Tim did. You can hear a bit
You can hear the calls?
Yes.
from the headphones through the mic.
Yeah.
It's soft and like in the background.
But you
and
can hear
can't
them.
hear like every word.
Wow.
If you get somebody who talks loud,
I'm going to have to just tell him
and
to
like
scream.
Jim has the volume up, you could make out some of their.
Wow, that's good.
Well, look at who we have here. Paul Kandarian. You
That's
know
not-
who he is? Because I don't remember Paul. Let me see.
I think
Paul.
I think that's a famous actor. That's what I think.
Yeah, a famous actor
love
that has
Paul.
been MIA for a while. Just saying, just calling you out, mister.
I don't know. I've seen him on
Getting-
Facebook.
getting
so
communication.
Paul and I are like this, right? It must just be Elix, right? It's the Puerto Rican that hasn't heard from you.
He's avoiding the coach. I wonder
Hey,
why.
Nikki, how are you?
Hi, Nikki. Hi.
That's what
And then
And
Betty.
Hey, Betty, how are you? I thought Betty was in Florida, isn't she? I can't see.
I can't see there.
Hi, guys. I
show
call
the world, your family,
my. I
and
can't see
yourself
with the sun.
that you're tougher than tough.
Man, can you read that? I can't see it in the sun.
She's
And be the best
hi.
figure for this
I
world
call
ever seen.
because she is, and
Caregiving is
she that she calls her daughter. Well, you don't
alienheart.org
want to read that.
/caregiving.
Sorry, I'm driving. Yeah, right. Yeah.
The Attleboro Area Healthy
Paul.
Lifestyles Alliance.
About 20 seconds.
20 seconds and I gotta go back on. So, listen, if you want to call, Erin, hey, I just saw Erin listening or watching. If you want to call, 508-222-1320. If you know someone that wants to call for a reading, call. And again, if you want to hear the calls, you got to switch to WAR Radio or go to my website, Stephen the Medium, and the link's right there to listen live. It streams live. And this is live.
All right,
I'm
we're
live.
getting ready.
He's live. We're all live. Got to get back on. I think I need new earphones. And welcome back to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium, and I am going to take some calls. So let's take the first caller. Hello, who's this? Tammy, give me 1 second because I can't hear you. Tammy? Perfect, I got you now. How are you, Tammy? Yay!
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. I love it. I love that you're the first caller. And
She gets extra points.
exactly. Okay, so Tammy, thank you, and we had a great time. So let me. Oh, Tammy. Let me ask you something. When I was meditating this morning or later this afternoon, whenever it was, I kept getting Doris. Is Doris connected to you? Tammy, I love you. Are you drinking this
Tammy, are
early?
you drinking already? It's a happy hour. She took it seriously.
Wait, so Tammy, who's Doris? But is Doris is crossed? Okay, so how cool is it that when I was doing my meditation, you know, when it's Wednesday and I'm going to do the show, I always know that the first caller, a lot of times someone in spirit sneaks in and gives me their name, and I always have to remember to ask them. So just know, Tammy, that Doris, because Doris just said to me, you would have never thought she would have come through first. So. Yeah, so it's just a way to let you know that she's here, and she's just giving a big wave and a big shout out to say, hey, Tammy. So, but Tammy, why do I get a strong father figure for you? Oh, so that's why I get the strong father figure. So know that your dad is here and stepping forward. Tammy, there's also a mom figure stepping forward too. So grandma? Right. Grandma is here also, just to let you know that she's here, but your father was going to be first, but for whatever reason, Doris just kind of intercepted the sort of the energy and just wanted to let you know that she was here. So Now, Doris was a friend of your mom's? So, okay, so your brother, damn, that's funny. So your brother-in-law's mother. Okay, all right. So is this your sister's husband? Okay, I guess I don't really need to know. She keeps kind of like, she doesn't want to let go. Doris just wants to talk. So I was trying to get a clear understanding of where Doris. Let me just say this, Tammy, because Doris just wants to get this out. There were things that were unsaid in Doris's connection or family. Doris is making me feel like there is a period of time of someone not speaking. So I don't know how well you know, like Doris and the brother-in-law and like the family dynamics. Or Doris is talking about something closer to you, but something is making me feel that when the person crosses, there was a time frame. I don't know, like right up to the point the person crosses, or prior to that, there was a very unstable relationship. So let me ask you, Tammy, does that reconcile with you or your family? Okay, because I can't tell if this is Doris or your dad. They're both talking at the same time, so that's why I wasn't really sure if Doris is talking about her family or this side. But your father just gave like a thumbs up, like it was also coming from him. So just know that he may be just being affirming what Doris is saying, but there was a lot of animosity somewhere, Tammy. So Spirit doesn't bring that up to talk about secrets or talk about anything negative. What Spirit does, in this case, Doris and your dad affirming, is just to make sure you know that it's really them, and just it's about wanting anybody that's holding on to something now to letting that go. So just keep it with you. Tammy, where does the eyes come in? The issue with the eyes or the eyes? Do you understand?
Yeah, I do. I hate to
And Tammy, you know what? Okay, go ahead.
My son passed away and his eyes were donated.
Oh, Tammy, you know what? I always trust what Spirit's going to give me. And just know, Tammy, it's a way that your son wanted to make sure that you knew that he was here and stepping forward to let you know that how much he loves you. And I don't, who's with you? Because he's laughing hysterically. He just said to me, Stephen, it's like she's interpreting for English or something. Who's with you, Tammy? So this is his sister, Erica. Oh my God, Tammy. Oh my God. Hey, Erica. Well, thank God for Erica, because we would never even know who the hell Doris was, right? So thank God for Erica. But your Erica and for brother and for you, Tammy, son, I got to tell you that your son's sense of humor is just hilarious. When he was in the physical world as well as he's here, and why he just said what he said was to let you know that how peace he is and how happy he is, how everything turned out, especially with his eyes. He's so proud of that, Tammy. He's really proud of whatever happened. That your son is all about helping people in the physical world as well as in spirit. So I can't even tell you how proud he is. But what is he? Why does he talk about the ring? What's the ring? He has. Well, you listen. Do you want to just put Erica on? Timmy, I'm kidding. He keeps talking about the special ring. There's a. Oh, come on. How amazing is that he's so psyched about that. But he also said, did he have the tattoo, or why does he talk about the tattoo? Oh my God. So Tammy, know that this is all to show you that he knows. He knows that what's going on in but why Dad? He's yelling out, Dad, where's Dad? Oh my God. So he's just giving a big shout out to Dad also. There's also Tammy, where's I almost went to, and this could be a double validation. I just said to your son, you do know this is only an hour show and I have other calls, right? Because your son thinks that this is all about him and his family, which I love. Because it's when Spirit says that for Tammy and Erica, it just means it shows you how much he loves you and how much he's with you. So let me tell you two things. He tells me, I can't tell if this is Wendy or Windy, but there's something connected with the W that he said that you guys would know. So my inclination is to go to the wind, like windmill or wind something. Well, I didn't hear that. What? Oh my God, Tammy and Erica. That's what he's talking about. So it's all letting you know that, boy, he has been with you since he crossed over, even though he just said to me, and I have to tell you, this is the first time Spirit has said this to me. He just said, Stephen, please tell my mom and to tell my beautiful sister, I didn't cross anywhere. I am with them. I'm physically with them, even though they can't see me. I'm standing right next to them right now. He just said that he's hugging both of you at the same time and kissing you and hugging you. And boy, you guys are blessed to have this beautiful, beautiful soul with you. And I think he did a great, great job just validating that he's always with you. And I'm going to leave that with you. And so much love, Tammy and Erica. All righty. Bye-bye. Okay, we're going to take a break, and we will be right back.
It was close enough.
I love this.
It was close enough to break time.
That was
amazing.
Yeah, that was, wasn't
That was
it?
unbelievable.
You know, for people on Facebook Live that are still listening, when Spirit brings something up, like the mom called and she lost her son, and one of the things that the son brought up, and I didn't know it was the son yet, because her father was there, a family friend was talking to me, the grandmother was talking to me, and kept saying, talk about the eyes, the eyes. So when I brought it up, of course, Mom and her daughter that was on the phone, they were on the phone together. They knew immediately because they donated. She lost her son, and they donated his eyes. So how Spirit does this is that they want to make sure that Mom and his sister get this validation immediately. So they give something like eyes, and I say I have to trust Spirit, because you may think, that's kind of like maybe not the best thing to bring up to get somebody's attention that it's him, because he passed and his eyes were being used. In the bigger picture, the reason why the son brought that up is because those eyes helped somebody. And that's what the son was all about, is helping people. So it was kind of twofold validation. It was to say how proud he is that his eyes got to help somebody else. And on a different note, he knew that the eyes would immediately let them know that it was their son. And then went to a validation of a windmill, that where the service was, they had a huge windmill and the ring and the tattoo. So, if you're not listening or you can't hear her, at any point, WARA archives these shows, and they download them, and then I put them on my YouTube channel, which is Stephen the Medium, even though I got to be honest, I'm a little bit behind, but you can listen to them and actually hear these validations. So for them, for Mom to get her son, for Sister to get her brother, and Dad, even though I don't think Dad was there, but he gave a huge validation to Dad, it's pretty incredible. So 30 seconds, I got to get back on and do some more calls, but I just want to make sure that if you're not listening and you can't hear, so you can go back and listen to these validations and how amazing, what an amazing thing this young man did for his mom and his sister, right? That's going to change their lives, hearing that. And I got the thumbs up from Mark and Elix, like, that was amazing, so that's good.
It
Because
was
they're
amazing.
skeptics. No, I'm kidding, they're not. Good afternoon and welcome back to Through the Static. Before I take a call, I have to give a shout out also to my beautiful niece, Morgan, who's in Florida, with her mama, Holly, who I adore these two. And Holly sent me a video, and they were at the opening of a BJ's, and Morgan caught that they were playing Lotta Love, which is my theme song. So I love the fact that my niece caught that. She's 13, and not on a side note, she's beautiful, blonde, blue-eyed, but she's in my family, so how would she not, right? And her mother is just as beautiful, so Holly.
I ain't gonna disagree with
All
that.
right, so I gotta stop.
I'm not crazy.
But I had to, but I had to give a validation to that because I picked that song for a reason and lots of love. So okay, let's go to the next call. Hello, this is Steven. Who's this? Hey,
Well,
Steven. Thank you,
Steven.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's so beautiful to hear. Why? Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
I'm willing to go, Stephen. I don't know if Elix is, but I guess only time will tell, right? All right. So listen, let me get to where you are, Stephen, with spirit. Okay, Stephen. The wow, there's a lot. Your grandmother. Where's MR? Mary, Marilyn, where's the M? Yeah. She's saying it as to validate somebody like Mark, Marilyn, Mary, but there's an MR, Marianne. There's somebody connected that she wants to give as a validation. It could be somebody in spirit, Stephen, or somebody here. And sometimes also Stephen can be a middle name, so just keep it. I'm asking your grandmother, and she's looking at me cross-eyed, like, "What's wrong with you? I already told you. Your grandmother's very funny. This grandmother, but no, it's a last name, Stephen. It's a last name because it sounds like it's Marowski. It sounds like Maroney. There's an MR, but it's a last name. It's not a first name your grandmother's giving. So just make sure you keep it with you. At some point, it will come. Your grandmother also, she just said, you know. She's like, but my grandson knows. What? Stephen, your grandmother brings me to your mom, so it's connected to your mother. There's maybe a friend or a family friend, or but there's Marabellin, because your grandmother's very specific with what she's giving me, and I can hear it, but it doesn't sound like a first name. It sounds like a last name. So just keep it with you. Your grandmother also tells me that you've got a birthday anniversary really close, like really close, like right. But when is it? Where are we? Yes,
10.
perfect.
Yeah.
So I always say 2-3 weeks forward, 2-3 weeks backwards. So just make sure you know that they're giving a shout out. Your grandmother just wants to give that as a validation. There's also young males, Stephen, here stepping forward. But he makes me feel like he's a peer of yours, like somebody. Well, somebody that's close age-wise, that would be close age-wise to you. Perfect. Oh yeah, that's fine. But so just know that he's stepping forward. He also said, He's harassing you, Stephen, because he said, "What the hell is wrong with him with this MR?" Of course he knows, because now he's converting it to it's both. It's first name and last name, two separate. But there's an MR because now he brings me to like mock. It's an MR name, first name. It could be separate. It could be first or last, or it could be first name like Mock,
Like
Marilyn,
Mark.
Marianne. But there's an M. Okay, wait. So let me back up, Stephen. So you know a Mock? Oh, there's so. Okay. That. Oh no. So just know that in Maryland is in spirit also. Okay, so know that this is all of them. Your grandmother just put her hands up and said, "Finally." But my grandson has a lot of good qualities. She loves you.
You, you just like to drink before this call.
Well, Stephen, come swing by the studio and pick us up. But listen, your grandmother, it was just, she's the one that's bringing all of these people in. So Mark, I thought I heard Mark. So know that Mark and Marilyn are here. They're letting you know that they're here in spirit, giving a big shout out. But also keep the last name MR for connected to your mom. Keep that with you. You also got a ring. There's also a ring that your grandmother talks about. So there's a ring that, but it makes me feel, Stephen, that it is a male ring because they're showing me my father's ring. I don't think so. Because that wouldn't have like, because it makes me feel like it's dedicated to somebody, or connected to somebody who crossed. So a high school ring would just have your stuff, right? Did your father buy that? Okay. There's a somebody, maybe this is connected to Mark or to Marilyn or your mom's father, but there's a ring connection and it's a male ring and there's a reason why they're bringing it up, Stephen. So your mom's never talked about like her mom having your grandfather's ring or something, a story with a ring, a male ring. Keep it with you because they're giving that as a validation. And what's with the lion? Yes, lion. Sometimes they'll give me a lion if someone's a Leo. So if someone is born like, I don't know, I think Leo is August. But in this particular case, it makes me feel like it's not just, it's not astrology, Leo. It's a lion, like a lion club or a lion, like a stuffed animal lion or a porcelain lion. There's. So no, and you may say that's such a weird thing for them to say. No, it's a way that they just want spirits just bringing me to your mom's, to what's going on with mom and the friend that's connected to the Lion Club, whatever that is. Make sure if you have an opportunity to go back to listen to when this recording is uploaded, because all of this will make sense and it all flows, Stephen, so that they're bringing me back to your mom. So there's got to be a reason for it, as well as this is definitely your mom's dad talking about the ring. There is a ring that your grandfather's talking about. Your mom's dad is cross, correct? He's talking about a ring that does your mom have a brother? Because he's talking about the brothers, the brother or the brothers. So maybe one of the brothers has the ring. So is that something you can ask your mom? Yeah, she could, Stephen, and I mean, and Julie, Who's Julie? You gonna start singing for us, Stephen? Julie, Julie, Julie. They're validating a Julie, and who writes? Writes. Like, yeah, like. Oh, that's. Is there a Julie in one of the books? Well, Spirit. Jules or Julie, and they're referencing the book. So I don't know if they're talking about like there's a book that's referencing Jules, like jewelry or jewels, or there's Julie, but there's something connected that your father's talking about. And just wanted to give a great validation to all the writers in the family. It doesn't have to be like specific to your father. Your father's saying it, Stephen, but it could reference to something else. You know, it could. Yeah, absolutely. So you do that, and I'm going to leave that with you. So, Stephen, thank you so much for calling, and you have a great day. Alrighty, bye-bye. Hello, this is Stephen. Hi, this is Stephen. This is Paul. Hello, Paul. How are you? You shouldn't be calling and driving at the same time, Paul. Okay, well, that's good. So, okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. 26 years, Paul. It's good, huh? Paul,
Should we know who Paul is?
yeah, go ahead, Paul. Oh, now I do. You know, Paul, with these headphones on, I can't tell, but how are you, Paul?
Hi. Finally, huh? We guilt you into calling.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Well, let me just, first of all, Paul, thank you so much for the validation. You know, I do, and I think it happens to all mediums. I do my best before I come in here and tell my guides, I have very specific guides, and say, please, when I'm on the phone with someone, make sure that the spirit is there for that person and not the previous or the one coming up. But sometimes, like your dad, you get a spirit that is very pushy and wants to come in, seriously, and wants to talk to his son. So I'm sure there's still some things that Stephen, you know,
But it could be double validation.
Exactly, is going to connect with. But to answer your question, Paul, yes, that, you know, I know exactly what your father, you said. First of all, sometimes when we get a lot of signs from our loved ones, like in your case, Paul, you're getting the signs from your dad. Sometimes it's just the signs. It's just to let you know that we're here, that they're here for us. But in this case, you said you want to know what your dad is saying, and there is a message. I'm not really sure what you're doing, but your father's saying that something shifted with you. Something shifted recently. When I say recently, it could be a year, it could be 6 months, but something shifted in the sense of you taking ownership of who Paul is and really feeling and really knowing what you bring to the table. And you've shifted in the universe. And your father said, if you don't know that, you're going to feel it very soon. That something has shifted for you. Oh my God. Paul, but that's it's just an affirmation, not to interrupt you. It's just an affirmation of saying, you wanted to know what he was thinking and what the message was. That's exactly the message. And let me just tell you, your father just said to me, which for anybody listening is so cool, is that your father just said, the reason why you're seeing so many signs is because where you are here. You're in such a good place. And when we're in a good place here and following our passion, following our purpose, is when we're open to all these signs. They go hand in hand, Paul. So it makes sense. And grandma, what was it, Jules? What was the grandmother?
Julie.
Julia. So, because Julia just said, hey, he got that it was my name, it was me coming through. So grandma's just giving you a big shout out too. Paul,
Hey, Paul. I know another thing Spirit is trying to tell you. You may want to get a hold of your coach. How about that? Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. How about that?
You want to put him on hold and come back?
put on hold. Paul, I know Elix is initiating this, but sort of busy here doing a Through the Static show, so I'm going to have to let you go. But I love that you called. We love you so much, and we'll be hopefully talking and seeing you soon.
I hope so.
All right,
Thank you,
perfect,
Paul.
Perfect. Lots of love, Paul, and we'll be back.
It's funny. We'll have to tell Steven he's going to have to call back at another time when Paul is not on the line.
Well, what I was going to do,
What was that?
what I was going to do is if you wanted to talk to him, I was going to throw him on hold through the break and then come back. to
Oh,
him.
no, because this one would have been talking with. I understand, but Coach
He
Elix,
just seems
Coach
like
Elix is
an
taking over my
introverted.
show.
Coach Helix, a clarification, people. Coach Helix is part of
Hi,
the show.
Kareem. Hey,
So-
Tracy. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Tia.
We have lots of people here. Coach Helix is taking over your show.
Yeah,
Coach
this
Helix.
one's pushy.
Now, he
Right?
just seemed like an interesting call. That's
Oh, he's the
the-
guy that wrote our articles in the Globe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's a
by the
really
way-
good guy.
You don't get any better than him.
I don't know if you heard, because you did the coffee break show.
Zach?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I saw on Facebook that he's leaving.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, I saw him when he posted that on Facebook that he's going to Channel 4
Oh, is that where he's going?
to Boston.
He's going to Boston?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't hear.
Hi,
Yeah,
Melissa.
cool.
I hope you're still
Yeah,
around.
Big step. I think
Not,
you-
I'm not
So,
surprised though. because
reminder,
he's amazing.
everyone
He's a
who's
good-
still
he's a good guy.
watching,
Yeah, losing a good guy.
really important, share this with your network so that others can find us and like it a lot, because the more you like it, give us some hearts, the more the algorithms of Facebook go to work. So, okay? So that's super. And, no, I already told them to share it.
Oh, so he's doing
Yeah.
good, huh?
Yeah, I'm not only trying to take over your show, I'm actually doing quite well. Thank you for the hearts. Look at all the
It
hearts.
doesn't happen.
I
Wow,
love
I
it.
love it.
I love it. I
It
love
doesn't
it.
happen a lot when I'm on a call and the stuff I'm getting is for the coming up caller. But sometimes it does happen. I mean, I try my best
That was
to.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. He was just
20
like,
seconds.
Paul was just like boom, boom,
We love
boom.
that. We love that. All right, so
Everybody's been
we're gonna
saying
get back.
something in a room.
I know.
They say, That's cool.
Intervention can make a lifetime difference.
Oh, now the phone is off the hook.
AutismSpeaks.org/signs.
I don't know that you're gonna get through.
All right, here we go.
Everyone.
And welcome back to Through the Static. I'm just so excited to be here. Missing last week just made me very sad, didn't it? You know what? It's like I'm talking to Wood here. I'm talking to Elix, and he looks at me like, what did you just say?"
No, I heard what
All right,
you
let's
said. Made
take
you
a-
very
It
sad.
made me very sad.
Thanks,
Oh,
Mark. At least
please.
someone's listening.
And I am listening.
Oh
It's
my-
just that you get sad for a lot of things, so I couldn't quite. I
That's-
had many answers for you. It makes you sad. Well, there's a lot of things that makes you
Well,
sad.
you know, when you're a medium, that's part of the course is that you're very sensitive and you can't help it. You just you're entwined with people's energy and you feel things, and so I love getting to do this, and I love getting to do readings and talking to people, and so of course I was sad.
Yes.
The other side of that was I had very clean teeth, so that's good, right?
Okay, next call, please.
Yeah, let's go. Next call. Hello, this is Steven. Hey, Tia, how are you? Tia. This is Tia from the facility, right? Well, there's not many, but Tia, I of course this is live, right? So I am going to see if I can do this, and I don't know if I kind of go to another screen, am I going to lose Facebook Live?
Yes. So
Okay.
you can do it.
All right. Well,
Hi, Tia.
Tia, I am going to tell you something and I am going to, when I finish this show with Mark, who produces the show, and Elix, and neither one of them know this, I swear to God, and I'm going to show them so they can validate this for you. This afternoon, out of nowhere, when I got home and I was preparing for the show, I went on to Google and started getting and looking at all information about ALS. How is that? And certainly because your husband's here, and for people that don't know, it would have come out anyway. I'm not giving any surprises that Tia's lost her husband because of ALS. And of course, it's Jack, right? Is here, and I cannot even tell you, I wish I could not lose Facebook Live to be able to show Elix and Mark right now. Out of nowhere, out of the blue, and it was just, without me even having any idea you were going to call, it was Jack saying, you know what, I got some privy information that my darling wife's going to be calling in the show, so let me just do something so that I can blow her mind. And it's just, it's a wonderful way to let you know that he's here. He just said, though, that there's also, Tia, there's, he cleared out the room too, by the way. So if you're looking for anyone else to come through, it's not happening because your husband's like, no, this is my time. So I don't think you have an issue with that, right? Good. So he tells me there's something now, birthday anniversary, something really close, because he brings me to April. Oh. Oh my God, Tia. So that's why he talked about April, because there's such significant dates. And just letting you know that if you didn't know, that he's here. Tia, he keeps bringing me to well, let me see. Let me figure out what Jack's saying. He just hugged me. I love your husband. I love him. I mean, the spirit does that not often, but Jack just did. He's showing me like a grog. I don't know how else to explain this to you. Like like you pick up this nice mug and sort of like clank it like toasting somebody. So was there something, I don't know if he used to do something like with a particular like beer mug or a glass? Okay. Right. Oh my God, Tia, I have goose pimples and that usually doesn't happen to me through my whole body. He knows he got his Stein. Wow. I am, I mean, Spirit blows me away all the time, but this is incredible. No wonder why he was hanging with me earlier. And I couldn't understand why I was looking up ALS and I was like reading all this information on it. And no, and it was Jack that was with me. Tia, if that's not an incredible way to say, not only, I mean, I know you know how much he loves you, but to let you know that this man has not left your side for 1 second. And when you I don't know, like if it was a ceremony or whenever it happened that you got that Stein for him, know that he was standing right next to you and just with your daughter, with your son. I mean, how incredible is that? I love it. I love that he wanted to give that as a validation. So it's beautiful. And Tia, thank you so much for calling. I hope to God at some point I get to see you again. But know that beautiful husband of yours is giving you a big hug. But I love him, Tia, because Jack just said he's giving you the special hug, his kid's special hug, the dog's special hug. But he's also reaching out to. He's got a brother, right? Well, when Spirit extends their arm, it just means that he's hugging family and hugging everybody. So, and he knows how much people think about him and how much they miss him. But he is in a good place and he's watching you guys. So you're never alone, Tia. And I love that. And thank you for calling. And Tia, thank you. It was
Thank
so great to
you.
hear your voice and so much love for you. Not that I need to say that because Jack looked at me like cockeyed, like really? So much love? I give her enough love, so you don't need to say that. And he's laughing. You know, your husband I never met him, but clearly he had a great sense of humor. I love it. And but Tia, I got to tell you, this mug, this Stein, is going to be with me the rest of the night because that was amazing. So just. Oh my Tia, that is the best validation. That Jack boy, he didn't I mean he blew it out of the water. He did. He did. So listen, it's the end of my show, so I'm going to hang up with you and lots of love, Tia. Thank you for calling. Bye-bye. And listen, thank everybody who called or tried to call to get through. I know this hour goes by so fast, but
Too fast.
What incredible validations from people. That Stein from Jack, and I never met Tia's husband. That was wild, and I
That's
swear,
unbelievable.
wait till you see my phone that I was looking through ALS, and that's how he died. It's pretty incredible that without me even knowing, he was with me preparing because he knew Tia was going to get through. So, or he made sure Tia got through. So, well, we'll be back. I can't speak next Wednesday, same time, same channel, StephenTheMedium.com.
Coach Elix at performancecoachingbyelix.com. Find me on LinkedIn and Facebook.
We got Mark in the house. So happy he's back, and we will see you. I was going to say tomorrow. What's wrong with me? We'll see
Well, they
you-
can see us anytime.
Well,
They
of
can
course.
find us.
Find me on Steve in the Media.
Absolutely.
So we will reconvene this show next Wednesday at 5 o'clock. So lots of love to everybody, and bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Oh, hold on. Hey, Heidi. No, hold on one second. Oh, Michelle.
I just remembered.
In order to hear the callers, you actually have to go through the radio, because Facebook Live does not necessarily allows you to hear everyone. So
Oh my
thank
God,
you,
that
everyone,
beer stein
and we'll
was
see
like-
you again next Wednesday at 4:45.
blew me away,
Bye bye.